Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. I forgot to do this one because I wanted to update you on the one I did previously about my daughter who's autistic, neurodiverse. And well, if you've seen the Pursuit of Truth, you've seen many of these, including the letter that I wrote to MPs and to parliamentary parties that did absolutely nothing except get platitudes. Um, so the sports day, yeah, they thought Alina would be overwhelmed, even though last year she wasn't overwhelmed, and the teacher that was with her last year, if had been asked, and we asked to confirm that yeah she wasn't overwhelmed, just in case our memories were wrong. And so the sports day happened because we pushed back and we said no, we wanted to do sports day with everyone else, with her year. There's 2 years actually, the year below and her year, and her twin brother, and she did everything. Um, Everything was fine. Actually, she did actually better than last year, because last year I think they took her away before they all sit around and they say well done and all that kind of stuff. And she came over to me and I said, sit down, Alina. She just sat down straight away. I was shocked how good she is these days at following instruction. And she sat there nicely. And when people clapped, she clapped because she enjoys clapping. And she sat there with them, and when they had to go, they went, and there was no being overwhelmed. She did it and she enjoyed it. And that's like what I was saying to them is that, and I'll put this in the annual review for the Ehcp, which is a pointless exercise because you go to these meetings, they listen to it, they listen to the teachers, and then they just keep the same Ehcp. I just don't understand how the teachers aren't listened to when they're the ones that are, I mean, unless they're trying to make it less, but they're the ones that are actually day to day with Alina in that environment. But the council, I guess, they don't want to. I mean, I don't understand also how with the HCPs every year that there was a psychologist or whoever it was that is the one who wrote the original one should be there every year. I suspect they're not going to be there again, and they're just going to use the same one, maybe make some few changes. Surely things have changed in 2 years. Anyway, so getting back to it, yeah, that's why I think in the school setting, why not give it a go? Like I said, if she becomes overwhelmed, she can go back. And she did really well. She did all the, it was 10 or 11 different things. I'll try and put a clip at the end of this of her doing one of them. I think I put on the Maguire twins already, UK. And yeah, she did everything really well. And she was having fun and she was with the rest of her teammates. That's good for her social side, which obviously autistic people, children struggle with, or some do, or depending on the spectrum. But so yeah, it was great. And then she went to the little one that they'd arranged for their area for the some of the SEND children that they've made, and it was like four things, and it was like what was it, 25 minutes. Just it was so small, and the PE teacher was there to set it up, and it was like I think he felt bad because he went and got Aidan and some of the other kids to do it with them, and they had fun. And Alina, she stood in a line like she did it really well, but it wasn't the same. And I think that's why it's important to try, to keep around inclusion, especially like it is very important with neurodiversity, um, especially at an early age, to avoid the things that can happen further down the line without inclusion, like loneliness and depression, that kind of stuff. So yeah, she did really well. I found out then that like obviously, at school in primary, the teachers teach all the subjects except certain ones where they employ a specialized teacher for PE, for computers, for Spanish, and for whatever. And I found out that the PE teacher, and also found out now also the computer teacher who specialized is paid for that because the normal teachers can't do it in the neurotypical or any classroom because they don't have that skill, aren't given the time to Alina, which of course is going on the annual review, which is a shame because you think like, well, if the neurotypical children have a specialized teacher because it needs that specialized skill that a normal teacher can't do, although it does make you wonder how maths and English, but I assume all these teachers have to be good at maths and English, but maybe like computers and PE is different, and outdoor learning or whatever. And then if the neurotypical children get that because that teacher needs to have that specific knowledge, then neurodiverse children who need even more assistance and help, especially, vis-a-vis the Disability Act 2010 and reasonable adjustment, etc., are not getting that, are just getting the same teacher teaching those things, which must mean, well, it could mean that they're not getting the same, they're not getting enough of the quality that the neurotypical children are going. It's just another, I've been watching Jamie Oliver's program about, and I've watched Chris Packham's one about, his was about ADHD, and I think it was dyslexia as well, and Jamie Oliver's about dyslexic. I didn't know he was dyslexic. It's very opening, and also seeing how, like, this SEN crisis that they talk about, and the thing is, you don't see it until you have a child who has, is neurodiverse, and like, especially with us, because we have a neurodiverse and a more neurotypical. I don't know, Aidan maybe slightly, like me slightly, I don't know. But to see the difference in everything, it is, and the fight that you always have to do, like you've seen in these Pursuits of Truth, the letter I had to write, how irate I've got over the times about these things. And this is only the beginning. This is only primary. Imagine the rest, the secondary school. Luckily, it's part of the same primary school, so hopefully we won't have a problem there. But when we go to high school, I know it's going to be the same. It's going to be, all the same battles that all these parents have to go through all the time, when we're meant to have all these safeguards and all this understanding the importance of education for all, and the the equality for all, and the importance of that, and why it's important. Anyway, take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace. And go back, Lena, go back. Well done. Come on. Well done, Alina.
Good girl. Go, go.